Tara, man, it's funny. I was thinking about last night when confirmed we were going to do this interview. And I was actually going through my head in all the interviews that you and I have done over the years, from Joy Drops to Rockstar in Excess, which I still have the DVD, just so you know, to your solo career, to your broadcast career. And it's funny because as I was thinking about all this, I actually was thinking about Howard Stern, of all things. Because Howard Stern, of course, calls himself the king of all media. You could easily call yourself the Empress, because the only thing I don't know yet, I don't know if you've ever written a book, and I don't know about a movie. But other than that, you have probably done more things than Howard Stern could ever hope for. Everything you touch turns to gold. Everything you've done in the entertainment business has been amazing, inspiring, and, your platform is absolutely amazing. I just want to say congratulations on everything that you've done, and thank you for allowing me to interview you over the years as you've gone through all those platforms.
Gosh, well, that is an insane introduction. I feel very fortunate. And, of course, I'm always going to talk to you. I've always loved working alongside you and working with you and talking to you. So, I feel, I'm very grateful to have had this kind of strange media trajectory that I have. And I don't take it for granted for a second. So I feel very lucky to end up where I have.
Well, I want to talk about, which is what we're going to talk about, music and a new way of having that summer concert series. But I got to ask you right off the top, congratulations what's going on also with your other show, which is really about empowering women. And if folks don't know what I'm talking about, it's sports and everything, please explain.
Well, I have a show that's just launched on Sportsnet, all the digital platforms, and Sunday nights on Sportsnet 1. It's called Top of Her Game. And, I think that this pause in pro sports in particular has really offered a lot of us some perspective. I've always been very intentional about including women's stories and also trying to include people of color and Black people and Indigenous people's stories, too, in the world of sports. And I've been lucky enough to have that platform on Rogers Hometown Hockey. But, of course, as a woman, I feel very strongly about wanting to leave a legacy of empowering young women and enlightening young men. So luckily enough, there has been this opportunity to just create a show which I hope will stick around for quite some time and pave the way for more female-focused content in the world of sports, because we know that women are very much underrepresented. So it's been a real gift to have that, and it's been a real gift to do Bud Stage at home, because, as you know, music is my first passion.
Absolutely. Let's get into that right now, because let's face it, summer concerts are like memories for life. And the fact that 2020 almost slapped us across the face and almost did not give this to us, the fact that you're part of this, I think, is absolutely amazing, and still giving us that summer concert feel, that summer concert memory. So what is this exactly, and how do fans get involved with this?
Well, this has been just an absolute joy for me to connect with the musical side of me. And Budweiser Stage, for people who don't live in Toronto, maybe you don't know it, but it is this iconic waterfront venue that's been there for decades. And it's like the signature stop for bands, throughout the summer concert season. And of course, it's been really hard. There's a withdrawal for all of us, including musicians. And so this is an opportunity to feature 2 artists or acts per week who would have come through and played Budweiser Stage in the summer, and get a very high quality performance from them, either in a studio or at home. And we're seeing, of course, a lot of music on social media, but this is all shot from a distance with great cameras. It's all recorded professionally, so it's soundtastic. And sort of the twist is I'm the one at Budweiser Stage doing the interviews from there. So it's a little bit trippy. I'm sort of at this empty venue. But I get I've had the chance to talk to a lot of fantastic artists, and the shows have just been so well received. I think that, people are just craving live music so much. So it's been very interactive. People have been using the hashtag #BudStageAtHome, and we're really happy that we get to do this for a few more weeks.
Now, I'm just curious, what is it like to sit there, even though you're doing these interviews with these great artists, what is it like to sit in that venue knowing that it should be filled up right now? And what sucks even more, this has been probably one of the best summer weather seasons I've ever seen, and we can't get out to these shows.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of mixed emotions. You know, I love being there. It's beautiful. It's right on Lake Ontario, so it's a great place to just be. But yes, of course, seeing a sea of empty seats and a stage with nothing on it is very weird. And I definitely have pangs. You know, I sit up and kind of overlook and think, God. I mean, I think of all the shows that I've seen there and sit on the lawn, and I mean, I have some great memories. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that I look at the vendors booths that are empty and not serving food, and boy, I could use one of those. You know, those like I'm a wine drinker, so you know those guitar jugs that you can pour your wine into. Anyway,
oh, God, yeah.
I miss it all. But it's you know we can't replicate the live concert experience, but we really do think that this is a close second. It's been so fantastic.
Now, I don't know if you can name some of the artists, but can you name some of the artists who are going to be performing that we're going to be looking forward to?
I can tell you that week 5 features country superstars Dallas Smith and Dean Brody.
Nice.
And I can't reveal that because you know, they do all the official press release and everything. So I'm not at liberty to announce weeks 6 and 7. But all I can say is I think people are going to be blown away. And that's not hyperbole. I mean it. Like, it's really, really good.
Well, and I tell people right off the top, I've been to Dean Brody and Dallas Smith's shows. And when you're in that venue with those guys and their guest artists have been amazing in the past. So in the future, I've told folks to go. But in the meantime, definitely watch this. I think it's great. So where do we see this all?
So it's on City TV, 8 o'clock local time on Saturday night. So for the next 3 weeks, we'll be going at it as we wrap it all up at the end of July. So, yeah, join. I mean, you do have to catch it kind of live at the time. I think you can also catch it streaming on Live Nation's website. And feel free to tweet along. You know, there is social media interaction up on the screen. So if you like what you see or like what you hear, you might see your name on the bottom of the screen.
Fantastic. Look, before we go, 2 more things very quickly. One, any chance that you will be, I know you're super busy with everything you're doing, but there's ever a chance that you can record some new music?
You know, we had actually discussed, like, we kind of do like 1 or 2 Joy Drop shows a year, and we had discussed convening in the spring to write some songs and get some new music recorded, and then of course the rug was pulled out for all of us. So I definitely wouldn't say that you know, it's not happening imminently, but we all love each other so much, and music is just in my heart and soul. So I think there'll be a Joy Drop song or 2, I'm hoping, within at least the next year.
Fantastic. And one last question, too, because as you've mentioned, we're dealing with the COVID-19, the pandemic. Also, racism is up in front. People are seeing so many things on social media. People are unfriending people. People are angry at people for not wearing masks. Other people are trying to say, I'm going to wear a mask. Like, everything is just so much angst and anger. Is there anything you want to say to people out there? Just to, I don't know, maybe calm things down. Just your perspective on everything that's happening.
Well, I mean, it's, you know, my prayer is that this pause creates a real societal shift. You know, it's a very painful time for so many people, but change is possible, and I think I feel personally like the right side is coming out on top. I really do. You know, we're seeing big shifts in corporate cultures. We're seeing a huge shift in sports culture. And obviously that's of particular interest to me as hockey is, where I work primarily. But I think it's, keep pushing, and we all have to engage in the tough conversations, and we all have to continue to learn. And, no matter how on top of things and how open-minded you think you are, there's always more digging to do and more to learn. So I think it's about opening our minds and opening our hearts and using a little fearlessness to jump into some tough places and some tough conversations, and ultimately don't be afraid to use your platform. I mean, I feel as a cisgendered straight white woman at a certain point in her career, I'm trying to take that on. And I encourage people who do have a form of privilege to use it for the greater good.
Amen to that. Thank you so much for the interview. Congratulations on everything you're doing. As I said earlier, thank you so much for all the interviews over the years. I love you big time. So happy for you. And I am looking forward to talking about more things and hopefully Joy drop album. Cross fingers. Hope so. But again, thank you and congratulations on everything you've done.
Thanks, Rudy. You are the best.
Take care. Thanks again for the interview. Talk soon.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.